Okay, practice two composite figures. Right now we need to learn how to calculate the area of complex figures that are composed of different simple ones. Right, so the problem number one, here's your figure. It's composed of, they tell you, triangle and a square. Right, so we have a square and the side of the square is 8 centimeters. Right, so this is 8 centimeters too. Right, so the first thing we can calculate the area of the square BCDE, right? So BCDE is equal 8 times 8, right? 64 centimeters, square centimeters, right? Now look at this symbol, right? This is so as we just said, right? This is 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters. So this side they tell us is equal to this side. So this is 8 centimeters, right? If this is 8 centimeters and this side is also the side of triangle is 8 centimeters, right? Because it's the side of the rectangle, right? So we have our height over here and we have our base. Height and base, same thing, but now it's half. So so I'm not gonna write it, but it's a rectangle, it's a triangle. Triangle ABE is actually half of 8 times 8, right? Which is what? 32. 32 square centimeters. Now we have our two areas. We just simply add them together, right? So area of the figure. Area of the figure. Well, actually, I'm not gonna write it all the time, so I'm gonna write something like total area. Anyways, 64 plus 32 is equal to 96 square centimeters, right? So this is your answer, 96 square centimeters. Okay, now next problem. Here is your figure, right? And interesting, right? So it is, look at this, it's composed of two squares, right? They tell you that ABCG is a square and DEFG are squares, right? So these two are squares. Okay, BFG, this white one, right? White one is a triangle, right? So we know the base of it, right? The base is 18, and in order to find the area of the triangle, we need the height. So we extrapolate right here, and we can see that this is the height. This is the height, right? It's the side of big rectangle, right? Now they tell you that rectangle is 27, right? So it means the height is 27 too, right? So that's it. We have two. So the area of the figure, or area of the figure, yeah, is basically area of big triangle plus area of small triangle. Area of big rectangle plus area of small rectangle minus the area of this triangle, right? Let's calculate them, right? So base of triangle. Let's calculate the triangle first, right? As I said, see here is the base. The base is 18, right? Here is the height. The height is the side of the big rectangle or big square, and right. So it is 27. So the area of triangle. The area of triangle. Area of triangle, right, is 1/2 times 27 times 18, is equal to 243 square centimeters, right? We don't even need to calculate the area, the shaded area. They just ask us what is the area of the triangle. That's it, right? If you want to know the total area of the total shaded area, now, if you want to know that, then you need to calculate the area of big square, then the area of the small square, right? And then you subtract this white area that we just found. Okay, but it is not necessary right now. So this is the whole our answer, 23 centimeter squared. Okay, next problem. So look at your figure, right? Everything is pretty straightforward. You need to calculate three different areas, right? So this is the area of first triangle, area of second triangle, area of third triangle, and you just need to calculate them separately, right? So let's start with this one, right? Triangle PRQ, right? Here is the base. Here's the base, and we know that they show us, right, that this one is same as this one. So if this one is 11, this one is also 11. I should write like this, 11 centimeters. Right, that's it. So we know it. So we have our base, we have our height, right? So 1/2 times 11 times 10, which is 55 square centimeter. Right, we just found this triangle, just this triangle. Okay, now we find this triangle, PRS, triangle PRS, right? So we just found the base, 11, but the height is different now, right? This is perpendicular, it's 8. So 1/2 times 11 times 8 is equal to 44 square centimeters. All right. Okay, so the last triangle that we have is PTS, triangle PTS, right? Now in this case we know the base, we extrapolated and we put the perpendicular, and it's the same thing as here, right? So this is the area of this is based on, this is the base and this is the height, right? So it's the same thing. 1/2. 1/2 times 11 times 8. You can see, right, that these two triangles, they are identical, right? Identical square centimeters. So basically, this is the whole area, right? The total area. So total area is 55 plus 44 plus 44, right? Or 44 times 2, which is 143 square centimeters. That's your answer, 143 square centimeters. All right. Okay, sorry. Right, that's the next problem. Here's your triangle, and oh, sorry, what did I do? Okay, I just quit it accidentally. Sorry. So this is one triangle. This is a rectangle, and there's another small triangle. So the composite figure is made of 3. Right, so the first one we calculate this one, right? We see the base, we see the height. So the area of the triangle ABE, right? Triangle. That's not very pretty. So it is triangle, right? ABE is equal to 1/2 times 24 times 18, which is 216 centimeters, right? Square centimeters. Okay. So we found this triangle, right? Now the next thing we do, right, ED is equal to FB. You can see these little signs over here, right? And they show basically that that this side of the rectangle is same as this side of the rectangle, which is logical, is equal to this side of the other triangle, right? So all these 1, 2, 3 sides, they're all the same, right? How do we calculate them? Well, very easy, right? Because they show us that DC over here, this side is 20, but the whole thing is 30, right? The whole thing is 30. So this thing is, sorry, this thing and this thing are 20, and this thing, what is the difference between 30 and 10, right? We can calculate it. So right, ED equal FC, ED is equal FC is equal FB, right? And FB is equal to what? FB is equal to 30 centimeters minus 20 centimeters, which is 10 centimeters. All right, and that is it. So BCF, triangle BCF, small triangle BCF, right? We know this side, we know this side, we know the height and the base, 10, which is found. So 1/2 times 10 times 10, right, which is 50 square centimeters. Now we need to find the rectangle, right? Rectangle is very easy. That's CFED, right? Rectangle, CFED, right? Those are the sides. This is 20, this is 10, right? FC is 10. Okay, so 20 times 10 is equal 200 square centimeters. That's it. So we know the area. We know the area of the big one. We know the area of the small one. We know the area of the rectangle, right? So the total area of the figure is equal to 216 plus 50 plus 200, which is 466 centimeters square. So that's your answer. 466 square centimeters. All right, the next problem. The figure PQRS is made of triangles. All right, so the figure, they tell us where's my pen? PQRS is a square, right? It's a square. So if this is 12, each side is 12, right? And then look at this thing. If they tell us that these things are all equal to each other, right? So 12 divided by 2 parts, right? It's going to be 6 and 6. And the same thing, it's going to be 6 and 6 centimeters, right? So they asked us to find the area of the shaded triangle. How do we do that? You can see, right? It's the area of the square, so PQRS minus these small triangles. So the first one, this one, PTS, right? Minus triangle PTS minus. Next triangle is this one, TQU, triangle TQU minus. I'm gonna erase everything, right? This triangle, right, which is URS minus triangle URS. All right, and that's it. We just find, and yeah, we can see basically that triangle PTS, right, and triangle URS, they're all same, right? So we don't need to recalculate the area several times. Like these two guys, they're the same, right? Oops. Okay. So area of the square PQRS is equal to, when one side is 12, two sides, 12 times 12, 144 what? Square centimeters, right? That's number one. Now next one, we need this triangle TQU is equal to half, right? Half of what? TQU. I'm gonna erase this thing. We consider this triangle, right? Small triangle. So this is the height. This is the base, right? Which is 6. We just learned that, right? Times 6 times 6, which is 18 centimeter squared. All right. And area of triangle PTS triangle PTS is Again, as you see, right, this is like whatever is base. Like if we take it as a base, this is gonna be the height, right? So the area is 1/2 times 12 times 6, which is 36 centimeter squared, right? Which is actually triangle URS, right? So that's it. We just calculated all area. We know our rectangle, we know our small triangle, and we know our middle-sized triangle, whatever, two of them, right? So the shaded area is equal to rectangle 144 minus small triangle 18 minus 2 times, because there are these two triangles, 2 times 36, right? Do the math. 54 square centimeters. 54 square centimeters. Okay, next problem. Problem number 6. In square ABCD, there is a rectangle inside EFGH, right? And like all the other areas, they tell us those are triangles logically. AE, it's this thing. AE is equal to AH, which is logical too, and is equal to 4 centimeters, right? EB, this one, and HD, right, is 10. Oh, they wrote it. So 10, right? Okay, let's find the shaded area. Same principle, similar problem to what happened before. We need to, like, the shaded area will be the area of the whole rectangle minus these 4 small pieces, right? And we need to consider that this piece, and this piece is identical, and we need to consider that this piece and this piece are also same, right? So that's it. Let's find the area of the rectangle, the square ABCD. The square ABCD, right? If the side is broken into 2 pieces, 4 and 10, right? One side is 14. This is 14. This is 14, right? So 14 times 14, 196 square centimeters, right? Now let's think about this small triangle AEH. Small triangle AEH, right? Whatever is base, the other one is height, right? So 1/2 times 4 times 4, right? Which is 8 square centimeters. So this one's done. Now, lastly, let's take this one, EBF, right? We consider this triangle, EBF is 1/2 times. This is, like, let's say this is base and this is height, right? So both are also same, 10 and 10. 10 times 10, which is 50 square centimeters. Now we should remember that there are 2 of these triangles and 2 of these triangles, right? So when we calculate our shaded area, what is it? EHFG is actually equal square 196 minus 2 times 8 minus 2 times 50 times 50. All right, 2 triangles. There are 2 triangles here, 2 small, and there are 2 triangles that are big. Okay, that's it. You just do your math and you're gonna have an answer of 80 square centimeters. 80 square centimeters. All right. Okay, last 2 problems of this practice. Workbook, page 96, right? So you see this kind of, what should I say, kind of little house, right? And they ask us to find the area of the whole figure. So how do we do that? We need to cut the roof. So we're cutting the roof like this, right? So this flat triangle, sort of. And all right, everything becomes very, very simple, right? So this is the height of the triangle, which we need to find, and this is the base. So the base, they tell us, right? This GB base is 12 centimeters, right? So how do we find the height? Now the whole sort of height of the house, right, of the composite figure is 11 centimeters, right? Now they tell us that they tell us everything over here. DE equal EF equal 9. So ED, like this is ED, this is ED, is equal to EF is equal to EF. So this is basically a square, right? So that's it. If this is 9, this is 9, right? So this height is actually a difference. So the height difference between 11 and 9, right? Height of a triangle. Height of a triangle. So which triangle again? This one, right? Flat ABG of a triangle ABG is equal to 11 minus 9, which is 2 centimeters. Okay. All right. So what is the? Now we know the height. We know the height over here. And we know the base, right? We can calculate the area. Area of triangle ABG is equal to 1 over 2. What is the base? 12. What is the height? 2, right? So 12 centimeter squared. Okay? Square centimeters. Now, area of a square. Which square? Right? This square. EFCD is equal to what? One side is 9, other side is 9, right? 9 times 9, 81 square centimeter. All right. So area of the figure, right, is, put them all together. So total area is equal what? 12 triangle plus 81 square, right? And total is 93 square centimeters. 93 square centimeters. That's your answer. Okay, last problem. Last problem is interesting, so read it. Basically, okay, so same thing, right? How do we calculate this thing? I can see that I can break it like this, and I can break it like this, right? And now I have a square, triangle, and a square. That's it, right? The square, because this side is this side, they show us this side is, this side is this side, same length, right? So if this is 3, this is 3, right? And this is a rectangle. We know the both sides. So okay, let's step by step, right? U, V, P, Q. So this thing, right? This square, V, U, Q, P, right? Is equal 3 times 3, 2 sides, right? Is 9 square centimeters. Right, next one, we need to, let's calculate this rectangle, right, over here, this rectangle, what is it, TURS is equal to what? We have one side, we have another side, right, so 5 times 4, and 20 square centimeters. So we just calculated these two. We need to calculate only our triangle, right? So let's calculate our triangle. Our triangle is QRU. QRU is 1 over 2, right? And one side is gonna be height, and one side can be base, and other one is height, right? So if this is base, it's gonna be 4, like same thing as this one, right? And if this is height, it's gonna be the same thing as this one, 3, right? So times 3 times 4 equal 6 square centimeters. That's it. You have your three figures, right? You have your three figures, and now you just put them all together. Area of the figure is equal to what? 9 plus 6 plus 20. 926, right? And becomes 35 square centimeter. 35 square centimeter. That's your answer. Alright, I'm gonna show you the answers, kind of more accurate than mine, written, because they're typed. Yeah, and then yeah, that's it. See you later.